Hi and welcome. This is Industry Insights, a part of the REMI network, and I'll recommend you subscribe to this series because we interview all kinds of amazing people, experts in a wide array of fields, all relating to property management, condo management, high-end residential, high-density residential, and all of the magazines associated with the network like this one, Condo Business. We are at the Condo Conference 2023 in Toronto, and welcoming you to join us for that, and welcoming to our show for the first time, Greg Windle, CIBC.
Commercial banking, national industry programs.
I'm glad that you know it. Nice to have you. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks.
I think that we could probably start this discussion very easily by outlining some of the challenges that condo boards, condo corporations have to deal with when it comes to banking. The interest rates are up, the reserve funds are depleting at some of these various corporations. What are the banks doing in Canada right now for condo boards and condo corps?
Well, I think the first thing that banks are doing is trying to stay close to their customers and provide advice. This is a changing economic environment, rapidly changing, and any time that there is a rapid change in the economic environment, bankers need to stay close to their clients. So whether it's offering advice on interest rates, offering advice on inflation, offering advice on how to do things more efficiently and better, bankers are staying in touch with their clients to provide that advice.
Sorry, and so you're reaching out client by client more on a personal basis.
Absolutely.
Than they're maybe used to.
Proactive outreach. That's really where we shine as bankers, and what differentiates a good banker from a bad banker is what they do proactively when there is economic uncertainty.
Yeah, these are the times when you really hope your bank will step up and be a part of it. And of course, these condo corporations and condo boards are volunteer. Mm-hmm. They have quite a process to manage already. I would imagine if the banks are on side, that just makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the approach that our bank is taking. Is that we're in a period of economic uncertainty. Our bankers need to understand what the implications are for the condo corporation property management space, for the boards themselves, disseminate that information nationally so that they can have confident discussions with their clients, but also with condo corporations and property managers that are not their clients. The reality is even though it may be a bit of an uncertain economic cycle, all of the banks are still open for business. All of the banks are looking for new clients. So to be able to hit on those pain points and understand really what is top of mind is really what our job at National Industry Programs is, disseminating it through the bank. It's
an opportunity to change what they're doing and bring them on board at that moment.
Well, absolutely. I mean, in an atmosphere of increasing interest rates and inflation, in an atmosphere where increasingly people are doing things electronically, to understand the pain points of conducting your treasury more efficiently, using those electronic channels to your advantage to save, whether it's hard dollar cost or soft dollar cost, which is just easier process.
What are some of the hard dollar costs that you guys are reaching out with?
Well, absolutely. From our perspective, we have a national perspective on interest rate compensation on deposits that includes both reserve funds and operating funds, and providing for compensation on an interest rate basis on the combined monthly average balances. Okay. We also have a national approach to a standardized system of bank fees for a bank account. So in other words, a lump sum deal where most of the common electronic services that you would use are lumped into a single fee. And
so depending on the expansion or contraction, you're not really paying more
correct
to use it.
Correct. In other words, we understand that especially larger property managers that have multiple tens and hundreds of accounts cannot be thought of the same way as a single condo corporation with one operating account and one reserve fund. We need to create what we think and are comfortable with is a standardized bundled set of services and a bundled fee per account.
That makes perfect sense.
Simplicity.
I was going to say, what you're trying to do is create a simpler approach to managing the finances of your board.
And simplicity is something that helps us internally, because simplicity helps us convey a single message to our relationship managers in commercial banking across the country that are dealing with these organizations in their local communities. A standardized approach, a consistent message to the industry.
Now, the interest rates are going to come down. You heard it here first, eventually.
We all have mortgages.
Point. Yes. Will that change this service moving forward, or do you think this is something that will just remain in place?
No, this has no impact whether interest rates are at a peak, a trough, or somewhere in between. The reality is that the interest compensation that we have for balances will remain the same and with the same tiering. It was not contemplated with interest rates being at a certain level. And for further, our lending parameters that revolve around common element financings, they will remain the same as well.
Well, that's very encouraging. Where do you see the next couple of years in finance and managing condo boards and the bank connecting? Where do you see that relationship changing in the next couple of years?
Well, we are in growth mode. So, every customer that we touch, that we do a good job with, leads usually to strong word of mouth in the industry, which then leads to potential future business with new clients. The reality is that while the economy may be soft, our bank is open for business. We are actively looking to attract new clients, and we believe we put out the most competitive set of credit parameters and interest rate compensation on deposits in the industry, the most favorable terms. And the key now is really disseminating that industry externally within the industry and internally within our relationship manager base in commercial banking to get that message out to sort of accelerate our growth.
That sounds, it sounds like you guys are well on the way to this growth pattern. I will point out that I noticed in this month's edition of Condo Business, the very back page, CIBC Property Management is full of unique challenges. Banking shouldn't be one of them. Exactly. Simplicity through offering expertise and flexibility to the market, and that's really what we're all about. Look at this, bankers are actual humans. Greg, thank you so much.
Thank you, pleasure,
for
and
making
thank you for the opportunity.
Oh no, my pleasure. And thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next time right here on Industry Insights. See you next time.